everyone. Welcome to Bachaturo 2025, and we are here off stage with Osmani Segura.
How you doing?
My name is Magda, Prichodko, and we're gonna have some talks, some chats about not only dancing, but maybe also who we are behind the stage. So Osmani, if I can actually start and kick off this talk, what's your dance story?
Well, how unfiltered are we here?
Of course, we want an unfiltered version.
No filters?
No filters.
Well, a woman, obviously. I asked you before, okay? If you want me to put filters on things, I can do it.
No filter.
So I was in high school. I was passionate about hip hop, very. Back in Havana, where I'm from, Cuba. But I wasn't really into dancing. I was into hip hop, but I wasn't into dancing. And salsa was like, of course, if I'm in Cuba, you are salsa, like you are Cuban music, salsa included. But it was not the thing that I burned for the most. It was more like hip hop, and back in the day it was like Maze and Nas, Boys to Men, Blackstreet, R. Kelly. This is not this is a very infamous name to say now, but back in the day it was. Of course, Biggie, Pac, Diddy, all of them. That was my thing even before I started even thinking about doing salsa. And I actually went through some embarrassing moments because I didn't know how to dance. And like a girl asked me for a dance, and I said no, because I don't know how to dance salsa. And my buddies, they were laughing at me, because I actually liked her. I was like junior high, or actually, yeah, it was like end of primary school or something. And we were outside of Havana in a place called it's Tarara, Tarara, which used to be a students' camp. Doesn't exist anymore. And they took us on the summer to spend about 10, 15 days there. And they would do music in the evening. And I was like, sixth grade, talking about sixth grade, okay? So still primary school. Because in Cuba, primary school was until sixth grade. And yeah, she would ask me for a dance. I'll say, no, I don't know how to dance salsa. It was really embarrassing. It's like, you don't know how to dance salsa, Yeah, so that was one story that I just remember right now. But again, at that time, I was really into black music and hip hop and hip hop culture, like very, very into it. All the rappers and the R&B singers, and that was my thing. That was what I loved the most, and I knew all the bands in Cuba, but I knew the musicians, and I would go to the concerts, Los Bamban, Elio Reve, the father, back in the day when he was alive, rest in peace. Paulo F.G., rest in peace. Alberto Alvarez y su son. All of them, you knew who they were. You went to the concerts and everything, but I wasn't dancing. I was just enjoying the music, but I wasn't into the dancing, right? So fast forward to high school. So I'm 10th grade high school. I'm 15, right? Jesus, this is just bringing back some good memories. Oh my God! All right, this is a long answer, but I'll bring it home. I promise you.
Yeah.
So now I'm 15, okay? So we're fresh high school man, and we're going to this dinner place. I was at a high school, one of the best high schools in Cuba, called Lenin, from Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, right? It was a really good high school. It was like 3,000 students. It was huge. And each grade, like the 10th grade had like about 1,000, 11th grade had 1,000 as well, and the 12th grade. So imagine how big this facility was. We had everything: football fields, baseball fields, pools, basketball fields, everything. It was far away from home. So you spend the whole week there from Monday till Friday. And then on Friday, buses would take you home. But it was far away from Havana, like about 45 minutes to an hour by bus, okay? So we would spend the whole week. We call it internado, so which means you're basically away from home the whole week. So the teachers they became your parents, basically, and you spend 3 whole years there. You learn a lot of how to be autonomous and how to do your own things, make your own bed, and just they teach you really good things for life, not only for like school stuff, right? So I'm fresh, 10th grade, and we go to have lunch. If I don't, yeah, we went to have lunch. So the 10th grade and the 11th grade, 12th grade, sorry, we would eat in one of the restaurants, and the 11th grade would eat on the other one because the restaurants where you would have lunch and dinner, they were at opposite, ends of the whole facility, which was like very large, like wide. So the 10th grade and the 12th grade would eat together, right? So we're in the queue, just doing probably some stupid 10th grade boy thing, which I don't. And then, so I see this lady, right, in the 12th grade queue, and she was gorgeous. She was dead gorgeous, okay? Like, mouth dropping gorgeous, right? And I see her, and my body, they realized right away. And I saw, and I was like, damn, you know?
Like a strike.
Yeah, it was like boom, like I was out. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, shoot, this is like another level of being gorgeous. And I was very shy by the time. I'm still kind of shy, but I know myself now better. And yeah, I'm basically just kind of stalking her, just looking where she's walking and just seeing her, right? And my body's like, well, go talk to her. I was like, what? I ain't talking to nobody. You crazy? So, anyways, we have lunch, and every Thursday we would have recreation. So that meant when school time was over at about 5, at about 7 we'll have a party with DJ, and they will play music. Obviously salsa music, most of it salsa, and so the whole school will go there. The 10th grade, the 11th grade, and the 12th grade. So we go there. Picture this. I have no idea about 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 was. It was Swahili for me. It was a different language. I didn't know nothing. I had the rhythm, but I never took the time to do salsa steps. So we're dancing. We're having a good time. I'm moving my bodies, and then the party starts to get really good, and the music is really nice. So suddenly there's like a circle. I didn't know what's going on. A battle, salsa battle. Just like you would see in the hip hop scene where b-boys would do stuff and they'll be like, whoa. Just picture the same vibe, but salsa and couples. And they will do tricks, like crazy tricks, stuff with your legs and we're like, wow, these people are crazy. I never seen casino, how we call it in Cuba, like this before. I was used to casino, like the social casino, but I wasn't aware there was like a competition casino where you would do tricks and stuff like that. So we're just enjoying everything. And then, the guys start competing against each other. And then there's a guy, he was last. This dude, he killed it. He was crazy good. I remember vividly all the stuff he did that evening, like crazy. He was so quick and he was so smooth, and he had the swagger. I was like, wow, this dude is killing it. So he finishes the round. The people go crazy. Wow. Everybody's clapping. Everybody goes crazy. So the guy finishes, and then he walks. There was a circle, right? And then he walks towards the edges of the circle. And then there's a girl who takes a small towel and starts drying the sweat from his face and gives him a kiss. Guess who the girl was? Guess who the girl was?
Yes.
The girl that
Yeah,
I
it was.
saw. So you can imagine the reaction. I was like, I didn't know what to think. I was like, but in my 10th grade, 15-year-old mind, I was like, so this is what you have to do in order
To
to
get the girl.
get a girl like this. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start dancing then, if that's what's necessary. So this is how everything started.
Wow.
In
That's
all honesty,
actually.
yeah, I know. I don't think I've ever told this story on camera. So now you know.
Oh my God, this is so amazing. It's
Yeah.
actually, and so real.
Yeah.
I really like it. But then, with all of it, what made you actually fell in love with salsa and with Latin?
After a while, okay, so that was the trigger. So there's another side of the story, which is exactly to your question. That was the trigger. So, but then, so back in high school, every time we will always have like a 5, sometimes even 10-minute break between, I don't know, maths and physics, or physics and chemistry, or whatever, or literature, or So, and on those 5 minutes, every class, there was we had 23 groups, 31 groups. I think we had 31, around 31 or 33 groups in our year. Okay, so I'm talking 10th grade. Each group had about 30 plus people, and almost everybody will go out of the classroom, and we have like an area, like a yard, and people would do rueda.
Oh my
People
God,
would dance
so
rueda.
cool.
So you would hear dame una, con dos, like a huge clap, and it would be a little bit chaotic because everybody was doing their own rueda. So now the groups will start competing against each other to see who's the loudest, who does the coolest rueda. So now I'm getting that vibe, but I'm also getting also the influence from people who already could dance. So I'm starting to learn tricks, like, oh, how do you do that? And what did you just did there? What did you just do there? So how do you get this arm here? How do you get out of this thing? I don't know how to. And then he would tell me, one of the buddies, Reynaldo was his name, He'd be like, oh, you gotta lift your elbow and then you go like this, and that's it. And I'll be like, boy, that was awesome. Show me again, So I would, in my mind, I was doing that because I wanted to get this girl, but I wasn't realizing that the process was making me actually fall in love with the dance, to the point where I actually never talked to that girl. I didn't see her ever again. We finished the year. It was 12th grade. They left. I stayed because I was younger, 2 years, obviously. I never saw this person again. Never. She doesn't even know that she's the main character of this story because I never told her. I never saw her again. We never met. I don't know her name. I just know how she looks. Nothing. So we go and we start learning, and I'm learning all these combinations. I'm like, this is awesome. And I'm starting like developing like a superpower, until the point where I was just addicted to casino, how we call it, Cuban salsa, in a way that I was actually, not being as good as I should be at school, because I was always, every free time that I would have, I would go and practice with the guys, pasitos and combinations and stuff, just to go to the party on Thursday and just show off, you know, and it just became my passion. That's how everything started. So I come from a casino background.
Wow.
Couples, that's my first. Those were my first steps in the salsa world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
this is fun. I have to say this is a fantastic story because, obviously, I'm Polish. I started dancing salsa in Poland, so I have absolutely different story. But on our side, non-Latin side, we always wonder how you guys started, because for us we have a picture that you always start kind of in at home family settings, This is the first time I hear the story, not about the girl. I heard the story before, but that actually it was included in the environment of school.
yeah.
Which is quite I would never thought about it. So this is quite an interesting angle of that culture.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it was just what happened. I didn't know it was something unusual because as it was happening, to me, it felt normal,
Natural. Yeah.
natural. You know,
So have you continued your education, dance education, in
in
Havana?
high school.
Yeah.
So at that time, we were talking about. Yes, I was. We had this group. Um, it was well, we had two, but one of them it was three guys. One of the guys who was the director, his name is Reynaldo. The other guy's name is Kadir. And myself, and we would do like a we had like this little company of just the three of us. We would do shows, the three of us alone, and after we did couple shows with three ladies. So we did that, yeah, for like 3 years. The whole 3 years we were in high school. And then actually, when we graduated, it was June of 19. Dude, I'm not old. Dude, it was 1990s. Hold on a second, 98,
Uh huh.
right? It was the 25th graduation of that high school, who was very popular in Cuba. And so Mr. Fidel Castro, he went to visit us, you know.
You kidding?
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's actually a picture. So he went to see the graduation. So the graduation had a show, again, similar to what I was telling you before, where artists will perform. There was like a guitarist with a singer. We had like a dance company that would do this. We would have different acts, and it was all art, different types of artistic acts, right? And then somebody would say something, and then you would have like awards for the best student in history, the best student in da da da, this and that. And we actually performed for him. He was sitting behind, you know. Uh, Look, man, this is not about politics or anything, but this guy, he had an aura. It's like this type of people who have this aura,
Yeah.
that when they walk past you, he was also gigantic. He was like 190 something, which is like 6'7" in American. So, anyways, we see him pass us with the bodyguards, and we were 17 at the time, and everybody was dressed with the school uniform, but we were dressed. The guys were dressed in white. The ladies had, I don't remember what kind of dress they had, and we had to dance a son choreography in front of him and all his team from the government. And I have a picture. I don't know, maybe when this comes out, you can just cue the picture. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
And it's Kadir, myself. I think I was on this side. Myself, Kadir, the two ladies. Arlenes was the lady who was dancing with me, and the lady who was dancing with Kadir. Damn, I don't remember how she was called. And then the guy, he used to do this when he was like, what,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was like Gandalf, we call him Gandalf. He would just scratch his beard, like almost like saying, well, these guys are pretty good. And there is a picture of him just paying attention to the whole show. That was us in the graduation. We danced in
Wow.
front of the president. Yeah. So yeah, we took it really serious, like really serious, to the point where sometimes I would even have troubles with some teachers because I would fail classes because I would do some rehearsal, especially when we were close to performing and we had to rehearse. I would fail classes
Yeah.
because we were rehearsing, and then I'll be in trouble with the teacher. There was a biology teacher. She loved me, but she hated me. She hated me. At the same time, her name is Pilar, and she was very strict. And every time I would fail, I would not attend a class. Like she would not tell it to director of the school or anything. She would just call me out in the middle of the class, and she will ask me to say stuff from a homework that was given to the students at the class that I wasn't there. So she knew that I wouldn't be able to know. And then she would embarrass me in front of the whole class. She would be like, so I don't even know how do you say this in English. There's the different types of cells. Priokariota, you know,
Yeah.
I guess I know the word, but I forgot. But it was just like different types of cells, and I didn't know. And she would say, so what are the types of cells that are present here? What are the components of the nucleus? What are the components of the? And I'll be like, I don't know. And then she'll be like, you see, this is what happens when you're dancing the whole time and you're not attending classes. And she will embarrass me in front of the class. That she was hardcore.
I hope she will watch this interview
She, I hope she
later.
does. Pilar, if you're watching this, I got love for you. I know you got love for me too. At the end, look, I end up dancing, you know? So
Yeah.
it was for a good cause.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, so yeah, that was it. That was high school. It was a really nice time. And like it's just funny how one event lead to another, and everything is interconnected, you know?
Like butterfly effect.
Yeah, it's like the butterfly effect, and then you don't see it, but sometimes you look back and it's like, so this thing happened, and then it led to this, and then to this, and then to this. Now I ended up here. Even some of the stuff that were not good, it was bad, but it created a ripple effect that, caused an effect. So because this happened, and
Yes.
then I reacted this way, and then because I reacted this way, this happened, and then you connect and connect and connect, and you realize, damn, I'm here because of all of a series of events that if you change one of those, I don't know, God knows where I would have been, which decisions
Exactly.
I would have taken if that wasn't the path,
Exactly.
and it was a different path. So I'm very grateful for everything, even the bad stuff, because this is what made me what I am today.
Yeah.
But I have a sweet, sweet place in my heart for that period because it was the beginnings. It was where the
Yeah.
flame started burning,
Started, yes.
and then it got bigger, and now
Yeah.
it's just a whole fire.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's like because I'm while listening to you, I also kind of recall my story, my dancing story, and like I'm like probably many European dancers. I went through many different styles, performing styles, including I was actually competing in disco dance, like on high level, which my team took in 2004 or four, I think, fourth place in the world.
That's right.
Exactly. So, and at that time, there's like about the butterfly effect and this kind of how the things unfold. We had a meeting with my friends from the university, and I was like, I'm not sure even if I'm going, but okay, I haven't seen them for a while. I went there, and then my friend that just came back from the student exchange from Dublin, and she's like, hey, I'm going after to the salsa party. You want to go? And I'm like, what? Like, and I was very insecure because it was late, but I'm like, you got me curious. Maybe I would just go. That was the evening that I was absolutely sold. Within the half an hour, I resigned from the other team, and like, so it was incredible. Like, who thought that was my first social dance where I discovered that you can actually enjoy dancing with other people, and you don't have to compete, and that was mind blowing.
This thing is sticky,
Yeah.
Salsa. Let's just call it salsa, but the whole Latin world is very sticky.
So if I can fast forward to you like moving to Europe, but specifically, what was your impression of the salsa community or environment in Europe comparing to where did you come from?
I don't know. I don't really felt any shock. You know why? Because there's so many So I came to Europe in 2005, November 2005, a while ago. And, you know, Latin clubs, there's a lot of Latinos there. And, a lot of Cubans, Dominicans, and Latinos in general. And then people who already dance, like even the Europeans, they already dance. So when you get in that place, I was telling you this before off camera, it's funny how every salsa community, it doesn't matter where, which country, like if you're in Australia and you go to a salsa party, like how the people are in the salsa community, they're very similar. Like salsa Australians are very similar to salsa Arabs. And Arabs and Australians typically have nothing in common. It's like total different cultures. But because they're united by something that is so strong, which is dancing and specifically now salsa, the behavior, is so influenced by salsa that you end up having somebody that is from a different corner of the world behaving so much more similar
Yeah.
to the other person from the other corner because they're so connected by salsa. And I wish this was a salsa thing only, but it's actually the hobby or whatever affinity you have. It could also be fitness.
Yeah, right.
Somebody that is really passionate about fitness from Japan that does bodybuilding or fitness or whatever might find a lot of things in common with somebody from Mexico. And they have different cultures. These guys they like sake and sushi, and these guys they like tacos. But when it comes to bodybuilding, you know, oh, so what are your macros and what do you do? So how do you split? Do you upper body, lower body? And then you end up having a conversation with a person from a completely different culture, and you don't feel it because you're united by your affinity.
Yeah.
So with salsa, I feel like it's even stronger. So circling back to your question, I didn't feel any shock because I went in there, and if nobody told me that I was not in Cuba, you could trick me into saying this is a new place that opened, and you blindfolded me and took me to that place. Because in Havana also we have a lot of tourists. So there's a lot of non-Cubans in Havana.
Right. Yeah.
So I didn't feel any visual shock, because when you're in there, everybody's dancing, everybody's on rhythm. People are having fun, having a nice time. The music is good. People are friendly. If you're the new person, they ask you questions. Hey, where are you from? You new here? How long have you been in Germany? Which is where I went to. I just like 1 month. Oh, nice. That's cool. Oh, this place is nice. If you like, we're here every week.
Wow.
So you really don't feel any shock. So because I guess I get this question a lot. I guess people expect me to say that it's very different, but there are a lot of differences outside, but inside the club, once you get into that atmosphere where there's a DJ playing salsa music, people are dancing, there's lights, people dancing, having fun, having a drink, it really doesn't. It's not shocking. Yeah, it's not Cuba, but the differences are minuscule. It's really not a big deal.
Well, this is beautiful already to hear because for me it shows like that dance is, that's what I always consider dance another language that you can communicate. You can go anywhere in the world, find with a salsa club, Latin club, and suddenly you can communicate with somebody, even if you don't know the local culture or local language, right? And that's the one of the things that was just absolutely fascinating for me and so beautiful, that it transcends and connect people, even coming from, as you said, from different cultures and places.
Yeah, like if you get a job offer in Shanghai,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. You don't speak Mandarin,
Yeah.
but you'll be fine. You know why? Because there's a lot of salsa clubs in Shanghai, like a lot. So you only have to get there. That's it. You're set. You'll meet new people in one night.
Yes.
You're done. You take the salsa aspect out of the equation, maybe you find yourself feeling alone, feeling lonely there because it's another culture, different food. I mean, the food is nice, but it's different. Um, and then how are you supposed to communicate with people? You don't know the language. The language is difficult. It takes time to learn it. Where are you gonna go? You don't know nobody, and you're just there for work. Just this is the story, and now you put salsa into it.
Yeah.
The salsa community, you're doing the same stuff. You're doing, let's say, your 9 to 5. Let's just say you have a 9 to 5. But on the weekend, or maybe during the week, you have a day like a Thursday.
Yeah.
There's this good salsa party, and there's another one on Saturday. You meet people here, you meet people here. That's it. Suddenly, you're from Poland, and you're in Shanghai, like Polish, Chinese, different cultures. But you're in a place where one of your most the hobbies that you're most passionate about happen to also be there.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the
you
way
know?
to connect.
That's it. That's it. You're
Absolutely.
gonna navigate through that period way more easily, just because there is a hobby that is very important to
Absolutely.
you that is also present there.
I have to say that was also that was exactly my beginning of my dancing. Even though I would say relatively quickly end up joining a team and performing and teaching as well. But still, I was so hungry for learning that I immediately started to travel in Europe for all the festivals, Latin festivals, and then you really discover, oh my God, it doesn't matter where I am. I can find people
Yeah.
that speak the same body language, at least to the same music. It's
This is
fascinating.
this is why when I go to places where it's unusual, because Europe, but then I go to Australia or China or the Middle East. People ask me, how's salsa? Do they have salsa there? Yes, they
And then
do.
they do.
And how are the salseros? Just like the other salseros from here, exactly the same.
That's super
Exactly the
cool.
same. There's
Yeah.
no different.
But
No
then,
difference.
now, taking consideration that your career is already for a few decades, right? Uh, Performing, teaching, social dancing. Which is your, I would say, biggest love or maybe your comfort zone?
Oh, okay. So those are two different questions.
Oh, okay.
Biggest love. Oh, I'm gonna upset myself by saying this, but if I'm truly honest, I really love teaching. Like I really love that, you know, stage where I'm teaching something and it's clicking and it's making people better dancers. I really love that, like because the social, it's like for me, like I don't know, it's number two
Okay, yeah.
now. Okay, now if you ask me 20 years ago, my answer would be different. But I've been teaching for so long that now that moment on stage, that 1 hour, just sharing knowledge with the students, it just became number one. And it didn't happen overnight. Like there was a time where I used to be like, okay, social dancing. I was more selfish, you know. I was more about myself, about me having a great time, enjoying. But now I find myself enjoying more. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying the social, but I'm saying that I find myself enjoying more teaching than social dancing. And performing was really never number one for me. Like the stage, if I'm honest with you, it's so stressful for me. You know what?
I can relate
If I
to
know I have
this.
a show on Saturday, on Monday, my brain is already starting to f with me. You know, it's like it just haunts me the whole time. We got a show. We got a show. Do we know the choreo well? It's like a secretary that I have, which is my own conscience. Like, do you remember this part? We need to work out. We need to train. You don't want to be embarrassed. It's like this constant state of pressure. You know, uh, yeah. It's not enjoyable. I don't know. It is enjoyable, but at the same time, it's so stressful. and the gratification that I get from the show is just not enough to balance the stress that I go through. So that's why I decided to put shows a little bit aside and just dedicate more to teaching. And you do animations. The Cuban scene is very known for also animations during the evening and doing like
Yeah.
reggaeton, reparto, you know. Yeah, the show, I really also think that there are dancers who are more talented for shows, and I feel like my talent lies somewhere else. Not too much. I can do the show, but it's not the thing that I'm most talented.
Got it.
You know, I also feel like at a certain age, you should step out of the stage. You know, let the younger people take over.
Yeah.
I'm just being raw honest. Just judge me if you want. It's okay. I take your judgment. I would not. I got a thick chest. I will not be offended. But
I
if you
can
ask me,
relate to it a lot.
yeah, if you ask me, I'm 43 now. I feel great. I work out. I take care of myself. But I feel like at a certain age, you should just leave the stage and just leave it for the newcomers and fresh
Fresh
blood.
blood.
Yeah, you know,
Exactly. Exactly.
you just do
Absolutely.
your teaching. Let people do. Let the
Exactly.
younger generation take over the stage.
Yeah.
That's just my feeling. Just like Fernando Sosa, you know, he did it for years, and there was a moment where he said, "You know what? I'm just gonna step back. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be the, you know,
Yes.
the supervisor now, and I'm gonna let the fresh blood just take over." That's just the way it is. That's the game. It happens in sports as well.
Yes.
You're still good. You're still a good player. I'm doing this because I play baseball, you know. But it's just your age. You're not anymore in your prime. Yes, you can still play, but you're not in your prime anymore. And there's a moment where you can feel it like, okay, it's time to hang up the cleats, the boots,
Yeah.
and just train the younger generation, do commentary, stay involved to it, but let the performance be the fresh blood, the younger players. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me,
Absolutely.
it's not. I'm not sad about it. I just accept it, and I just enjoy the
Yeah.
younger generation doing crazy stuff on
Yeah.
stage, like doing flips, and I'm like,
But I can relate to it as well. But maybe also it is because exactly the same as for you, for me performing, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it having opportunity to send the message. It was never about the spotlight. It was like, okay, I have those few minutes to connect with the audience and send the message. But it was the most stressful as well.
yeah,
Exactly. And having my biggest love actually social dancing and then teaching how to social dance and connect with people, that's definitely I can relate with it. But coming back to teaching, so what are the elements in your class that first you enjoy the most, but also those that let's be honest, we are living in social media era, right? And a lot of content, a lot of it's out there online. What are the elements in your class that we cannot find online? Because they are only there when you teach actually in person. It's something that you cannot find there.
the stuff that doesn't sell. If I put a video of me saying this, can I get your right hand? The other one, yeah. So if I upload a video of me saying, all right, guys, so if you want to do a right turn, you got to rotate like this,
Yeah.
And then go this way. No one cares. No one gives a shit about that.
Yeah.
This is not flashy. I'm putting the quotes, but just so you get what I'm trying to say, just to get my point. This is boring. It's boring content. People want to see action, entertaining stuff. This is not entertaining. This is technical stuff. So my classes are loaded with stuff like this. You just never see it and I take full accountability for it because it's my decision. So in order to be booked as an artist, you have to be seen. So in order to be seen, you have to put content out there. But depending on which content you put out there, you will be seen more or less.
Right.
So if the content you put is not engaging, then you will not get as much of exposure as you will get if your content is engaging.
That's true.
And after a while, you end up uh, seeing a pattern, like a profile of type of content that is more engaging and content that is less engaging. For example, my Timba videos are the most engaging. From the stuff I post, they're the most engaging. You know, reggaeton videos, they're not so engaging. I like them, I like it for me, but it's not so engaging. So if I am trying to get more bookings because it's my work and you know I have to work, so I'm thinking, okay, there's a certain type of content that I need to put out so people can see it because it's flashy, so it gets the exposure that I need to get booked. And then when I'm there, I am going to assure the people who go to my class that I'm also a good teacher.
Yes.
That I'm not here just for the show and for the spotlight and for the flashy stuff, that I'm also able to give you actually good, solid advice that is going to make you enjoy your social dances more because I'm going to tell you things that you didn't know that you can apply the same day in the evening.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you'll be happier that you went to the class, happy that you went to the class and learned from me.
Exactly.
But I have to get there. I have to be there to show you.
That's
and
true.
And I cannot, and it's like a paradox, but the stuff that makes the people more happy when they take your class, which is those little details that you give them that they didn't know, that they can go like, oh, I didn't know that. So I was pulling the whole time. So you're not supposed to put your thumb on top of the lady's hand, you know? Nobody
Exactly.
told me that, you know, and now you're doing like this, and now one combination that was not working,
Yeah.
he was stuck. Suddenly he took the thumb off, and now he's doing the whatever combination was.
Different
And just the
quality.
one tip that you gave him, the one advice, changed him. And now he's doing, I'm saying him, her, whatever. But, and now he's having more fun on the dance floor because of the thing that you told him. But the thing that got me to the place where I am able to teach this person, let's just name it now, a festival,
Yeah.
the content that I had to put out to get exposure so that people would see me and say, oh, this guy is good. This guy looks good. He does a good job. I'm going to book him. The content that get that attraction has nothing to do with the content of the class. Nothing to do.
Yeah.
And it's the sad reality. And again, judge me if you will. I got to take chess. I will take your judgment. I don't mind. But if you put technical leading and following videos, just go to Instagram and see how many views they have.
Yes.
Doesn't matter which teacher. Talking about, oh, so now you have to go raise your hand like this. Those videos, they get no views. They
Yeah.
get very, very little views.
But
But
here,
now,
yeah.
now you put a video where the guy's going, the person is good,
Crazy.
doing crazy stuff
Absolutely. But here,
because it's entertaining.
yeah, I have to say that I have huge respect for anyone, but in this context, in our social dance community, Latin community, I have to say that a huge role they do have organizers, and I have huge respect for those events that are actually putting some effort to promote quality. Which is, I go to the events sometimes that when they do when they gather feedback from the students, for example, after the class, and or they do other stuff than just to see what is the quality that their students require. And I have a huge respect, and also I'm super grateful for Bachaturo organizing this, when we can show up not only as a 30 seconds, reel on Instagram, but as a people that with our values and what is important for us and for this community, right? So I have huge respect for the event, and I would say I encourage all the organizers also to find their way to promote quality.
Yeah, feedback, that would be the one thing that I would encourage organizers to do because you have to know what your customers want.
Yes.
Like if you don't know what your target audience, uh, what makes your target audience happy, how are you supposed to sell something to them if you don't know what they want? You know. So just take feedback at the end of the class. And I have nothing against buying entertainment. I have nothing against, the value that a flashy video has, because this is what got me in the scene. Nobody knew how if I was a good teacher or not. All the places that booked me, they booked me because of what they see and how I do stuff, what I show. But they didn't book me because oh, this guy is a good teacher. He knows how to teach well. You know, none of them knew it. They knew it after.
Right.
But what got
Right.
me to the festival was not my teaching qualities. It
Right.
was my whole being, my whole aura, whatever it is. I don't know if it was my swagger or my videos or the whole package. But if there's a thing from that package that was not um, determining me going to the festival, it was my teaching capabilities. Because those I would never show them.
So
So how do you know I'm a
interesting.
good teacher if you haven't seen me teaching? All you see from me is show, but
Yeah.
you don't see me
Yeah.
teaching. You understand?
Yeah.
So I guess but again, it is what it is. But you have to know what your target audience wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're a good performer but you don't know how to teach, you will end up having complaints from people because they go to your class and they go out and they're not happy with your class. They didn't learn anything, and with time, you will feel it. You would see that your audience is gonna drop because they'll be
Yeah.
like, I don't want to go to this guy's class. And now look, this guy, this lady, they're bad teachers. I'm not buying a full pass, and you lose customers because you don't know what they want,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I would say a good mixture of yes, I want people that give me entertainment, that give me that entertainment value, but also I want good teachers who can, because look, the thing that drives me the most now is I know this is weird times, and people are lonely, people are stressed, people are, it's weird times, especially after COVID.
Yes.
Like things
Isolated.
got weird, and they haven't changed really much. People got more to themselves and more introverted, more closed, fearful. And the things that we do here is actually, it works like an antidote. And how do you call it? Antidote?
Yeah.
An antidote? I don't know.
Antidote. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Antidote?
Yes.
Antidote. How do you say that in English, guys? Help me out. Help a brother out here. So it works it's like a countermeasure to those things that I was telling you. So the social, you know, it can get the most fearful, introverted, depressed person
Person.
and just turn it into a star that shines happiness
With joy and
and joy
confidence.
and confidence.
Right.
Just the
Exactly.
social, just the social,
Just the social.
you know.
Exactly.
And you will agree with me with us, with us teachers that sometimes we're actually more therapists than dance teachers, because we have to go
Right.
through. People will tell you problems, the students.
Yes.
I had this and I had this, and you have a conversation with a student, and the conversation has nothing to do with dancing. It has everything to do with anything else, but nothing to do with dancing. And
Absolutely.
after a while, I realized, and it helped me also give value to the things that I do because many people from the outside they don't really understand what we do for a living, and sometimes they devalue what we do, and they would ask you in a weird way, like, "So what do you do exactly? So you're a dancer? So what is it like? Yeah, but what is your regular job? Do you have like a normal job?"
Exactly. Yes.
That is my normal job. Really? Oh, but so it's like a full-time job, or yes, it's a full-time job. So people don't really understand how much value this job has. And what I was telling you before, it also helped me value it more because there is nothing more valuable than just helping somebody that was struggling mentally because he or she couldn't find a partner. He or she was having trouble to socialize, to find friends, to find a community, to give purpose to their lives, to express themselves.
themselves.
And now this person that was in complete solitude, just in a flip of a coin,
Yeah.
started having friends, communities, maybe find a
Somewhere to
partner,
belong.
somewhere to belong,
Yeah.
and you just change this person's life
Yeah.
completely. To me, there's
That's the
nothing more
biggest.
valuable than that. So this is why when I'm teaching the student, hey, listen, so if you want to have more fun on the dance floor and you want to enhance your experience, look, you got to start pulling like this and this because this is uncomfortable. The person who's dancing with you is going to get hurt, maybe won't want to dance with you anymore. This is not nice because you want to go have fun, have people want to dance with you as well. So for that, you have to do this, you have to avoid that. And if the person gets it and applies the things that I'm telling the person, I know that this is going to have a positive effect on the person's experience. So now you change somebody's mood at the end of the party. You gave them advice on how to do this. But again, cause, effect, cause, effect. Remember
Absolutely.
the butterfly effect. So now person A was doing this wrong, and this led to bad experiences, and these bad experiences led to having this person going home with a bad feeling. And now you gave them a blueprint on how not to do those things that were giving them bad experiences, and now this person's having good experiences, and now this person's going home with a good feeling. Now this person feels more motivation. Now this person comes back, is more confident. You see how
Yes, how it rolls.
yeah,
Exactly.
you know?
It's empowering, actually. That's at least in my experience, one of the biggest satisfaction in teaching, actually, while teaching people, is seeing them progress and seeing them being more and more empowered to how they want to build their life. And that's what you were saying, building a confidence step by step every time, giving them some tools like, no, you can feel better with in regards to doing what you love, connecting with other people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's super empowering.
To me, that's the holy grail of what I do.
Yeah.
And this might have even a religious component, but I feel like there is an aspect of life of an individual, like at least some of the things that you do, they should be just complete service to the community. Complete service, right? Like I get paid to teach, but I get paid to teach the class, okay, the 1 hour, how many hours I do it on the weekend, okay, good, but there is a component of it which is me being of service to the people without even expecting nothing in return. I feel like everybody should have at least some activity that is service
Yes.
to
Give
make
back.
people's life better. It could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to
Absolutely.
be dancing. You can be a yoga teacher. You could be
Absolutely.
a Pilates teacher. You could be
Babysitting.
babies. You could
Walking
walk
dogs.
dogs.
Exactly. Yes.
Whatever you do. But
Just keeping the company to
yeah,
people,
yeah.
especially
So
in those times. Yes.
just be of service and making people's life better. For me, this whole dancing thing,
Yeah.
this is my service to the world, I would say, and I'm very very sure that it has a very positive impact on people's life.
I think we've seen that. We
Very
both.
sure,
Yes.
because I've seen it throughout the years.
Exactly.
I've seen it as well. Every time I see this person having this progress, and I'm also, because I'm a guy, I have a soft spot for the guys because I know the guys, they struggle a lot to learn how to dance.
Yeah.
They take longer. The ladies are more talented. The guys are not so talented, so they need more time. And sometimes they have a lot of pressure because they have to be good leaders, and then if they don't lead well, then they get shy, so they don't trust themselves to go ask for a dance. And so I'm always like babysitting my guys, because I want them to just to be confident. Come on, guys. I know let's just first of all accept that the ladies are way more talented than us. Let's just accept that. So now that we accepted that, with what we have, let's work with it. So what can we do just to get better? Because there's a general tendency of like the guys are very shy, very insecure. There's a lot of insecurities within the guys. I don't know because I don't really watch it that much. You as a woman would tell me how the experience from a woman's point of view is.
Yeah.
But from my point of view, I'm always watching what the guys are doing.
Yeah.
And the lack of confidence and just the guys are just afraid. They have a lot of fear and insecurities, and I know how much of a help I can be when I do men's style classes and stuff.
Right.
With the stuff that I tell them, I know how much better they can feel, and how much of a positive impact I can make on those insecurities. It's like, okay, I understand you because I went through it. I
Yeah.
went through all of it, so I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
So here's what you're going to do. And then I'm teaching them. And when you see this person was like this, and then you see this shy individual just flourish and open up. I'm like, wow.
You can see it in the
You
posture,
can,
right?
you can see it
Absolutely.
in every aspect. The
Yeah.
body language, the tone of the voice,
How they show up.
the way they dance, the combinations that they allow themselves to do that they didn't do in the past, how they'll talk
Absolutely.
to you, the manners, everything, the whole aura changes. And you're like, wow. And dancing did all of that? That to me, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When I was now listening to you, it was I got this thought. It's like, oh my God, that's actually I agree with you. That's like it looks like it takes at the beginning it takes a little bit more effort or more effort on the male side to start dancing, to feel more confident and to show up with the confidence and certain skill level at the dance floor. Ladies, yes, they are more talented in terms of movement. But I have to tell you that's what is very interesting on the ladies' side, that as far as they get the movement, it takes time for them to understand that they can use this movement to simply express themselves. It's
Right.
something like my biggest my when I teach ladies, and we are getting to the point when what you said, that sometimes you are on the edge of being a therapist, right? Or like on being at least a coach,
It feels like
right?
that sometimes, I'll be
So
honest.
then just to get them the courage to show up in your movement. It's not just about the technique. It's not about doing this at the right moment. It's about using it to show who you are. So you are allowed to take space. You are allowed to express yourself in the dancing. Because I feel that a lot of ladies, they get very constrained because I need to do it technically well, or I need to do it in this and this way. And I'm like, no, you actually don't. It's more important to show yourself and your unique personality in that. So have courage to do it, to show up who you are, even if it's imperfect technically. That's
I see what you're saying.
interesting. So
Yeah.
and then I'm getting, wow, so we actually work together to make both sides being more confident when they show up
When
together
yeah.
in who they simply are. Not
Working
just
behind the scenes, just
exactly, which I
making the
absolutely
diamonds, turning the carbon into diamonds.
love.
It's
Which
really
I
nice to see. It's like I feel like my babies, It's like look at them growing.
yeah. It is
Yeah.
touching, right, to see
It is.
your students growing.
Yeah. I'm very selfish in other aspects of things that I do, but when it comes to dancing, I now, especially now that I don't care anymore about. I don't really feel like I have to prove myself more. Or, I know I could have done more if I invested more time into doing more videos and putting more content outside. Maybe we'll get more followers. To me, it's important to me also to dedicate time for other things and have a balance, because dancing is not the only thing I do, and it's also not my only life project, and like my 10 years view and 15 years view. There are all the things that I want to do business wise, you know. But right now, dancing is really the thing that drives me. It's more the results of the people rather than my own joy. I still have it. I still enjoy. Don't get me wrong. It's also about me, you know. But if I give you numbers, percentage wise, there was a time where it was like almost 100% about me. But right now, it's almost like a 70 30, 30 being me. And I have no fear saying that, you know, because people tend to say, "Oh, you should put yourself first." Yeah, it's all good. I'm good. I'm putting myself first. I'm playing baseball. I'm doing all the stuff. Like my aura is fine in terms of me occupying time doing things that make me
Nourish
happy.
you, and yeah.
But in just talking about dancing, it gives me more joy right now at this point, just to seeing people flourish.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
exactly.
this is my student. This
And
guy, he's been coming to my men's style classes, and look, oh, this couple, they couldn't even get one combination together. Now look at them, just going like they've been doing this for years, you know. That stuff, that's what gives me the most joy right now.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I'm still rocking it. I'm still doing my thing, going to the party and doing animations and having a great time. It's just not number one anymore.
yeah,
You know, it's still
yeah,
there. I love it, but it's not number one anymore. Number one is just seeing the people going. And
absolutely.
just sitting, enjoying the show, just having a look at flowers, you know, that just
Blooming, blooming.
bloomed, and they were
Exactly.
this little, and now they're like this. And I'm like,
Beautiful to
and there's
see.
a certain level of pride because I'm like, oh, I did that, you know, I had a lot
I
to
was
do with
part
that.
of
I
it,
was part
right?
of it, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. I was part of it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that I think is
Absolutely.
I kind of like about it's a bit narcissistic because there's an aspect of it which is a bit of like me telling to myself how good of a teacher I am because look what I was able to do, you know. So there's a little bit of that, I would guess. But if there is, then so be it. I don't care, you know.
But that's what I find. It's like I wouldn't even divide it like 70-30 or something because it's a this is now what nourishes you. Or
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
our I think we are pretty much on the similar page, I think. So
yeah.
this is what just brings me the biggest joy now. So it's still about me, but like the biggest joy is seeing people growing and I'm like, here I come.
We're
I
talking like
really love
OGs
it.
now. We're talking like OGs. Sometimes I get this like, damn man,
Yeah.
I'm getting old, bro. Like I'm talking like
Like
you
grand
see,
power.
yeah, you seen the movie Kung Fu Panda,
Yeah, yeah.
the turtle. I don't remember his name. He had a like a stick, and he would always just
Like a Yoda.
yeah say some wise. Can I curse here? Some wise shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like that. Like the guy who Master Jifu. I think he was his name. No, Jifu was the.
I don't remember the
I
name.
don't remember. But
Yeah.
you guys know who I'm talking about. Hu Hui.
Yeah.
Look, we got a fan here behind the camera. Master Hu Hui. He would say, he would give like life advice, and you have to be patient because patience is. Sometimes I feel like that, like
And I wonder how the hell did we get here?
yeah, because I used to be a baby, but not long ago. Now I'm like, here giving these talks like I'm an old guy,
Hey,
which
but
I kind of,
listen,
I kind of am.
yeah. But if we would, okay, just last thing, if you could describe in one word or like expression, what has the dance given you?
Oh, it's my superpower.
Superpower,
Yeah, that's it's
being a
not the only
superhero.
thing that make me, but it was the thing that uh it's like my superpower. Yeah.
And now using your
And
superpower, being a superhero,
it was the thing.
improving others' lives.
Yeah, it was the thing that made me a mutant. It was the thing that uh I used to be very shy. Um I'm still shy in a way, but I used to be shy and not being confident. Like I didn't know, like I didn't know if I look good or if I. And then I started dancing, and then I would hear compliments, and you know how it is. I was like, "You talking to me? Me? You mean
Yeah.
me?" And then yeah, those things, they help you develop character, personality. Because I'm dancing, I'm also learning tricks and stuff, physical stuff, which also help me get stronger physically. Because I'm teaching, I'm developing also communication skills, pedagogic skills, like a teacher, teaching skills. You know, I suddenly realized I could do a TED talk in front of 3,000 people. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be fearful at all. I could stand in an arena with 50,000 people, a mic, and a big display. If I'm talking about something that I'm good at, I wouldn't be fearful at all.
Yeah.
Because dancing and teaching gave me also communication skills. My English got so much better with teaching. My English was okay because I had good English teachers in Cuba, but dancing, teaching made it better.
Right.
You know, there's so many things that I have to thank, that I'm thankful for,
Yeah.
that dance gave me. Again, it's just the thing that gave me superpowers.
But that's amazingly
Yeah.
like this superpower. I never heard it before. It's
Yeah, I'm
super
like
cool.
an Avenger, Captain Cuba.
Exactly.
Captain Cuba.
Marvel. There is another.
You guys are fan?
Exactly.
You guys are fan? You guys are waiting for Doctor Doom? Yeah. Yeah, bro. I can wait.
Super.
I can wait.
But Osmani, thank you very much for this talk.
Hey, it was a good talk. I could be here until tomorrow, but
Yeah,
yes,
we
we
could.
gotta have
I
dinner,
feel we could be doing that for a little bit longer or more longer, more. Yeah, more
Yeah,
time.
I was kind of scared at the beginning. I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, this is like I can feel the pressure. These cameras, I prefer. No, I'm serious. I prefer
Yeah.
20,000 people in
Then
a
the
crowd.
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cameras, they have something.
Different type of eye.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
something different.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I was getting warm as it was progressing. So
Yeah.
really nice talk.
But
I appreciate you. We've known each other also for years.
for a long time.
So I'm really happy
glad.
about your.
I'm really happy we got to do this.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed.
You know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
And
guys.
thank you, Bachaturo, for making it happen for us.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
This is the festival.
Absolutely.
The festival.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah. Stay healthy. Thank you.
Great.